everybody. Thanks for tuning in to today's kind of a quickie lesson. Won't be too long, and I'm just going to cover this kind of cool little country-ish lick in the key of E, kind of an E7, if you will. This is a real kind of a simpler one, even though it does sound a little complicated once you understand the concept of the, there's quite a bit of open strings happening, so that creates a little bit of an easier process. So I'll get right to the lick, and then I'll explain a little more about how we can use this and even convert it to another key. So what I'm doing here is, it's again based off an E7 kind of Mixolydian mode, if you will, you know, the dominant kind of mode. So I'm starting on the 4th fret, I'm just pulling off, and then going to the B string of this and the 2nd fret. So it starts like that. Then I've got an open E string, and then we're going to go to the 3rd fret and roll off 3, 2, open. So far we have this. So after we get through that section, excuse me, we go to the 3rd fret. So after we roll off of this 3, 2, open, 3rd fret on the G, then an open B string. Then we'd go 3, 2, open on the G string, and then to the D string, 2nd fret, then same fret on the G, back to the D. So we have this. So we'll say that's the first half one more time. Again, pull off, open string, roll off to an open. Go to the G string 3rd fret, play an open B, roll off again, and then from here we're going to go open G string to a chromatic to the 1st, 2nd, 3rd fret, open B, and then backwards like that, and then I believe it's open, and then the 2nd fret again on D, and open G, and then back to the 2nd fret again. So let me try that real slow. Chromatic. And just so you know, you may notice sometimes when I play that, I actually go. So sometimes I play the open G, and sometimes I play the 3rd of the E chord. But when I wrote it in the tab, I'm doing that as an open. Okay? So again, if you do it kind of in sections, and then that goes to 3rd fret, and then an open B, roll off. So I'll play that along with this again. Oops. So that's kind of the idea. Now what I think is cool to understand, that you can convert this to a boxed position. So I'll stay in the key of E, and I'll show you what's going to happen if I go ahead and do this up on the 12th fret. And I'm really thinking of this as kind of the, the E pentatonic shape up here, but though we're not using pentatonic completely. So what that's going to convert to up here is we're going to go up to 16th fret, or this is the upper 3rd of the E. And then we're going to go to 14th and pull off. Like that. So that would be the same as what this was. So we have this. Now we go to the E string, so I'm barring these 2 strings to make this easier. And then this is the roll or the roll off like that. And that would be this part. So it's now to the G string. And then back to the B string, and this is another roll back. And then we have chromatic from 12th fret, back to the B string, and then back. Okay, so real slow. Yeah, so when we're going back from, I'm just noticing this. Yeah, so it's, you have to kind of bar that like that. So then, by learning it this way, we can, say, convert that to another key like B. And again, and when I do this, especially do it boxed like that, I tend to want to go do the hammer on to the major third there, but that's just, you know, kind of automatic for me. Won't matter either way. The lick sounds good either way. So that's one way you can convert that to any other key and do that. And the other thing I just want to cover, if you're using this over a 1-4-5, it's very cool if you understand that, say if we're in the key of E, we're playing this over the E7. And then if it goes to the 4-chord A7, then all you really want to do to continue with the kind of the approach here is move this note down to here. Because that creates more of an A7 sound there. So now what the reason I point that out is because there is a part of this lick where we can just use this part of it. So that would be like that. And then if it goes to the 4 chord, you would simply change that to here. Like that. So if I was doing that up here, and this reminds me of an old Joe Satriani lick I learned years ago. He was playing over I think it was in G, but I'll stay in E here. He was playing over the E, and then it went to the 4 chord. So he was doing this kind of hammer on, which was almost a complete dominant 7 triad. And he was hammering on and going to the actual 7 note there, the dominant 7 note. And then when it goes to the 4 chord, we just move both those notes down like that. So it was like, this is how the lick sounded. So just a little bit of a tool, if you're playing a train beat kind of thing in 1-4-5, you play that over the 1, and you play this over the 4. So that's another little tool. And then again, if you're, that would be the same as doing this. Very useful, I find, this little lick. And then again, it's good for the left hand if you're just working that out a bit. So as far as the picking goes, I'm obviously using a bit of a hybrid style. I'm using my second finger a lot of the time to do the open strings. Or basically it's like the upstroke. Every time I feel that there would be an upstroke, I'll use the fingers instead. Like that. So that's pretty much the lick. I don't know if there's too much more to say about it. Again, if you start it a little bit slower, it certainly helps to get your head around it. And then like that. So there's a little lick for everyone to kind of try out over a well, over any key really, but I'm doing it in E because of the open strings. And like I say, once I kind of got used to this, I really like the sound of these open strings. So I use that all the time, even when I'm not really playing country. It works over blues as well. So that's about it. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time.
you.